EA Sports coverage of the National Football League finds us a dozen miles east of the National Mall at the home of the Commanders here in Landover, Maryland. Here's Cade York to start the ball game. And off we go here on Monday night. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10. Off the RPO, this is Dobbs. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. On play action, he'll set up to throw. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. DK Metcalf was the intended target. And 3rd down coming up. Throwing now from the gun. That'll be caught. It's Metcalf. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on...
Oh, he pumps up the football. The Commanders come up with it.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
Daniels starts with a pass. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. 18 yards on the connection. Good for a Commanders first down.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay. Here's Robinson. He'll get maybe 4 there. It'll bring up 2nd and long. Here's Daniels. It's out wide. They're trying the tight end screen. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Here's 3rd down and a few inches. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds. So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down, but this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
And the rush too strong. They're in there in a flash for the sack.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
He'll drop to throw. And this will be incomplete, but a penalty flag down on the play. And let's see who's guilty. From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. A gain of 16 yards. It's good for a Seahawks 1st down. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. Metcalf left side, he's got it. They get 15 on that game. 1st down, Seattle.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. And think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so...
Oh, he did all he could to get away, but they're going to catch up to him. It is a big loss.
Really nice start for this defense here early through the 1st quarter. 2 different players each recording a sack. Offensive line's going to have to get together on the sideline with their coach and identify where's the weakness in our protection how can we get extra bodies and extra attention, because we still got a long way to go in this one.
They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. Yeah! And he is out of bounds all the way down at the 35-yard line. It is 3rd and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
I really like the rhythm that this offense has found. I mean, that 3rd down, that wasn't a layup by any means, but they made it look easy. Everybody was exactly where they needed to be. The quarterback did a nice job working through his progression, saying, okay, I understand this is zone defense. I understand where the limitations of the coverage are. I'm going to get to that spot on the field as fast as I can, deliver the ball, pick up the 1st down. This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
The first carry for the Spartan, Kenneth Walker. And he's in! Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seattle. His 6th touchdown now for the season. Riley Patterson now to add the extra point. It's up and good. And the Seahawks will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
Let's go.
On play action, Daniels. That's caught downfield. McLaurin brings it in. And he's going to take this one all the way. 70 yards. Touchdown, Washington. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Now, faking the give. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Dawson Knox. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Back in the day, Mike, you know how they decided who played offense and who played defense? The guys who caught the ball better played offense, and the guys who couldn't play defense. And now, that's obviously not the case anymore. But this is one of those that still gives defensive players a bad rap.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
A throw left side, going to be intercepted. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
Ready.
1st and 10 now from the 36.
Here we go. Set. Cowboy 80.
They'll throw with Daniels. He'll get this out to his running back. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Here's a first carry for their running back. With good blocking leading the way, he's got the first down inside the 25. So we've played 1 quarter here on a Monday night. Pair of 7s on the scoreboard. More after this. You're watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Ready? Bravo 80. Track at 60.
Slot receiver headed right. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it, and he'll get about 3 on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
They face 2nd down and 7. Play action. Here's Daniels. He'll run again.
That's just great awareness there, Mike. He's looking downfield. He doesn't see anything, but he is locked in to get that first down. He tucks it, becomes a runner, and gets past the mark.
They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10. They go from the 11. I'll give on the ground, and good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. On 2nd down, it's Daniels. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Daniels going to keep it on the zone read. And he will not get in from there. In fact, I think he was shoved backwards a little bit.
The key to running the read option, Mike, is that the timing has to be just right. If it's too slow getting going, a lot of the times defenders can get in the backfield and cause havoc. And that's exactly what happened here.
This defense backed up but stepping up. No gain on the play. It stays at the 3. Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal. It's Daniels. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there. You know, I think it's safe to say here, Mike, as this offense leaves the field, they wanted to stay out there and go for it. But I think in this case, the coach is playing the long game. He understands that these 3 points now can end up being very valuable as this game moves along.
This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Connecting with the tight end. That's Fant. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion. And then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St. Just. On 1st and 10, here's Daniels. Open man is Cager, the tight end. Second down and 8.
Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat.
They'll go play action here with Daniels. Going for it all. He's got it! And he will take this one in. 70 yards. Touchdown, Washington. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
This pains me to say, Mike, because I love the idea of feeding the tight end, but you can only go his way so many times if it's not going to result in positive outcomes. So wouldn't be surprised to see him try to get his backs, his wide receivers, get some other guys involved, and then later in the game, go back to his big tight end.
A gain of 16 on that pass play. It's good for a Seahawks first down. They'll motion over Metcalf. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. The right side, catch made by Dobbs. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
Let's go now.
Here's Walker. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field.
Okay, ready? 72. Here we go, here we go.
He'll look to throw. And for the third time in this first half, he's been intercepted. That's the safety, Percy Butler.
You know, what I'm seeing play out there right now, Mike, is just a frustrated offense playing on tilt. And on the other side of the ball, I'm seeing a defense that's happily taking advantage of these decisions. I mean, how else do you explain 3 consecutive drives that result in a pick? I mean, each mistake just feeds the next. It feeds frustration. And all at the same time, it's leading to questionable throws and easy picks.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
And he nearly got free, but as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up third down.
Let's go. Panther 11. Panther 11.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll be back just outside the nation's capital after this.
Get out of here with a W, offense.
Here's a third down and 4. Throwing is Daniels. And this ball incomplete on third down.
And at a game where it seems like this quarterback hasn't really done much wrong, that's really his most critical missed throw so far. He's had himself a really good game up until this point, but I think that's one when he goes back and watches the tape, he knows he should have had it.
That is fielded at the 13. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Stretching the field is Knox. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll get this complete to Walker. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's second down.
Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most, and I think he just saved 6 by getting his hands on that one.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Back to the air one more time. Over the middle, Smith and Jigba with the grab. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They'll look to throw yet again. That is caught by the tight end. Noah Fant. Touchdown, Seahawks.
You know, he spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. But let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here going into halftime changes this entire game.
The clock showing 5 seconds remaining in this half as the kick's away. And we'll see a return here from his own end zone. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Timeout Seahawks, that is their second. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. They do try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this second half, about to get started. 3 points, all that separates these two sides as half number 2 kicks off. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. Here's a run to begin this third quarter. He's got room to the 45. And they will finally run him down up near midfield.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
They'll run it here with Robinson. And he'll get back to midfield, so no gain on that one.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
Off the play fake, here's Daniels. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
We've already seen these two guys connect for a touchdown in this game, and had they been on the same page there, I think they would have been able to add to that total. Unfortunately for them, just a little bit off, and it falls incomplete.
Here's a 3rd and 10.
Let's go now. Go.
Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. 60 by 6, 60 by 6.
On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And he'll work his way forward to about the 21. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's brought in by the tight end, Knox. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. When you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, you're going to make for a long day.
And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. That's Dobbs, open left side. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. That's a great job defensively. You could tell they sold out to stop the run here on 3rd down. And even if he hands this ball off, Mike, I don't think that play was going anywhere.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. Dobbs headed in motion. And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game. So it's 4th down. The Seahawks send out the Aussie Michael Dixon to punt. That's fielded at the 7. Oh, how about that hit? Wow. He took a pretty good lick at the end of that one. First and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line.
We see this week in and week out, Mike. These running backs in today's game, they really have the skill set of a wide receiver. So if you're going to guard him one-on-one, and you know the offense is going to use him in the passing game, you better have that guy. You better have that matchup guy that you're confident to put on him and say, okay, you're going to go out there in space and defend a receiver like this. And after plays like that, I'm not sure how much more man coverage they can afford to play.
We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
a 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2. Here's Daniels. He's got a man. It's McLaurin. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
No, Mike, I really like this game plan, right? The strategy on 3rd and short so often is, okay, just get enough for the first down. If you decide to air it out, everything's short, get a fresh set of downs. They're saying the defense is going to pack it in close. They're protecting the sticks. So let's just throw it over their head and try to go for a big play.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Now here's a keeper on the zone read. It's a good pickup on 2nd down, but there is a flag down, and this one might not stand up. Following the penalty, they'll run it. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down.
Let's go now.
3rd and long.
Panther 60. Panther 60. Ready.
They'll try to get this one on the ground. Cade York and the field goal unit coming on the field. This is going to be from 53 yards out. And that's going to run out of steam. It comes up short. No good. And this will stay a 3-point game.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
It'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
And he's going to be brought down here on what will turn out to be the final play of the 3rd quarter.
Commanders 17, Seahawks 14.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him. And instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
And a fair catch is taken. It is just inside the 20-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
Let's go. Go.
Off the bootleg, here's Daniels. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and None of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away. So the receiver does everything right except for the most important part. He runs a nice route, great separation downfield, but now you just got to finish that thing off with a catch.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. His throw left side is complete. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Daniels gonna throw again. This one high over the middle, but complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
Play action. Here's Daniels. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the 2nd phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away. You know at this point the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
There's not a position on the field, Mike, let alone any sport, where the mental side doesn't come in and impact how well you perform. And in this case, when you've thrown 4 interceptions in one game, I think we can all safely assume some of those mental issues have seeped into his game. And if he can't get settled down, he's playing right into the hands of this defense.
Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Let's go now.
Daniels now going to look to throw. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
Here we go. Check go.
On third down, they'll throw with Daniels. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. It's a gain of 12 there. First down, Washington.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the fourth quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that third down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up first downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
They'll stick with him again. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to third down.
Track 60.
Throwing now, Daniels. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
So, a pressure kick here for Cade York. This to stretch the lead to more than a field goal.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They'll run. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
They'll keep it on the ground. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll stick to the ground. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage. Time now becoming a factor as we get to third down. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin.
Well, Mike, once again, this drive, it ends the same way their last one did, walking off the field, following an interception. Now, you're hoping this is more momentary struggle than it is a trend. But as hard as it is to do, they need to get calmed down. They need to reset because their offense cannot operate at a high level if they don't have confidence in this passing game.
A tight end in motion now. Now they'll try to run the jet sweep. Nice gain on first down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand?
Here we go, set. 19 tight, 19 tight. Check go.
Throwing is Daniels. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
First and 10 now from the 36.
Hey, check that, street. Ready?
Now Robinson. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with the 2-minute warning coming up momentarily.
Set. Hey, smash Bronco. Ready?
They'll go again with Robinson. And he'll bring this inside the 30. A gain of about 5. The defense uses its second timeout here. And don't forget, clock going to stop when we hit the 2-minute warning as well. They'll come up to 3rd and 3.
Go, Reed, go. Ready?
They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And he's going to be brought down right on that yellow line with the official signal. He's got enough for the first down.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
On first down, right back to Robinson. Good blocking to the 15. And he's down at the 3. What a run.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the 4th quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
Well, a touchdown here could be the capper to a victory. It is 1st and goal. They'll run with Robinson. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Ryan Robinson. Touchdown, Commanders.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
York now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Commanders will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. This is 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down. The tight end Fant in motion. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. And it's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started. This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. The last 2 runs each lost a yard. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 12. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee.
On for the field goal. A 49-yard attempt.
So it's a win here for the Commanders. And it is their 3rd consecutive victory. They continue to play great football here in this latest stretch. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Commanders are winners as we say so long from just outside our nation's capital.